Hello and welcome to EMP Power Sports and Marine in beautiful St. Mary's, Idaho. Today we're wrapping up product reviews on our 1974 Rickman Racer project. Been racing this bike a few years, different VMX events with Arma Northwest. We're moving on to some other projects, and we're going to park this one for a little bit before we come back to it. So before we do that, we wanted to go over the product reviews. 1 being we hate it, 10 being we love it. This is how they go. We put a new Vape ignition on. Vape, we love you guys. Solid 10. We also did a Mikuni VM34 carb. It's a spec carb. We had some issues with this particular carburetor. Sutco was cool about it, offered to warranty it. We got it dialed anyways. Because of the issues we had, I'm going to give the carb a 7 to an 8, but usually I'd give it a 10 if there was no problems. It's great. Those two things have been the best additions we've done to this bike. We also put progressive rear shocks on with heavy-duty springs. I'm an Owens and a WP guy. So I can't give these a 10, but I'm going to give them a solid 7 as they've really improved the bike's handling and stiffened up the rear. We also went through the forks. They're Bader forks. We just put in a stiffer Bader spring. No product review there. We will product review the tires though. We have some Dunlop MX33s on here. These have really improved the handling on this bike over the Shinkos that were on it when I got it. So solid 10 on the tires. We also upgraded the chain and sprockets. Sprocket specialist made the rear, the talons the front. The chain we started with was an EK. I didn't like it. It was way too loose, had too much slop. I give the sprockets a solid 10. I give the DID chain a 10. The EK chain gets a fail. You know, that's a 1. I hated it. It was loose and it was rubbing on the shock. It was weird how those EK chains work, so we got rid of that. Also want to thank Selkirk Graphics for the custom number plates. The front's on the bike right now. I currently have the rear off. Selkirk Graphics, you guys get a 10. Thank you so much. Rain MX hooked us up with this bar pad and a Rickman jersey. We're going to give those boys a 10. Solid products all the way around. Couldn't be happier with how this bike came out. It seems to be pretty well dialed. When I bought the bike, it already had the K&N air cleaner in it. I'm a big K&N guy, so once again, a 10 on that product. The majority of these products you can find on emppowersports.com. Use promo code ARMA in capital letters at checkout for discounts on parts and apparel store-wide. You can also get tools and equipment on there. I already had the fuel on for about 5 minutes, so we do have gas in the car. I'm going to fire her up. Hopefully she will start. If she doesn't, it's the carburetor's fault, not the ignition. See how she does. Kick her through gently a few times as these old bikes are hard to start. I should be wearing an MX boot, but I'm not going to because it usually starts and doesn't kick back. And I jinxed myself by saying that because it just kicked back on me. See if she'll start. This bike's always been a bitch to start. She sprays the slide a little bit. I think it's flooded because I left gas on. So I'm going to give it a full throttle and give it a kick. It'll always start this way. So I think she was just flooded. Like I said, we've had some carb issues with this bike since we put that VM on. Overall, the bike came out well. Any of these old 2-strokes, you pretty much have to get the fuel going for a few minutes. So if you do have one of these, remember that. It's good to kick them through a few times just to get the gas flowing after that, and then stab them pretty hard. If they don't start, turn off the choke and give them some throttle. That'll usually get them going. It also helps if they're Spanish or Italian that you point them to the motherland. If you like what we're doing out here, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time at EMP Power Sports and Marine.